Hey Alex, as the playoffs draw closer, I'm just wondering about how do you feel? What's your, do you feel your own energy level picking up? What's the excitement like for a guy who's been in those before?
Yeah, I think personally, we try to use the last 8, 10, 12 games of the season to get your game in order. Make sure you feel good about yourself, physically, mentally. It's not like you can just turn a switch on and off and um, get ready for playoffs. So I've tried to build my game all year and um, use the last 3 games here and make sure I feel good about myself. So it's a good test for our team tonight. These are two key games for us. Um, you know, Probably as close as playoff types of game as we're going to get.
You guys earned yourself some nice breathing room by clinching a while ago. How nice is that, and how satisfying is that you're not one of those teams that has to wait till the final game of the season and cross your fingers at the out of town scoreboard to see if you're in or not. That you got it done a while ago.
Yeah, I've touched on this before from my first year here to where we're at now. I think just the growth within our group, obviously some key addition throughout the lineup, but it's nice to see our group here playing well. We've had a good year so far, and we're excited for what's ahead of us.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
Morning, Alex. The Habs are actually the one North Division team that has given you guys some trouble this year. Your big guys haven't loaded up points on them. I think you're 2-4-1 against them. You got 2 last kicks at them to try to solve that, right? Got to figure that out. Is it important for the psyche of your team to crack that nut a little bit in these next 2 games, Alex?
I think they make us play a little bit different. Obviously, their top 4D there's no easy ice for us. It's hard to get inside, so they challenge a different part of our game, and I think, like I said earlier, tonight is probably as close as we're going to get as a playoff intensity type of game. So our groups is excited for that.
And one other thing, I know it looks like Koskinen is playing tonight, but you're a guy that's been around hockey a long time. I don't want to say reinvent yourself, but you've had to hang in there, man, and keep finding jobs. Mike Smith is a perseverance type of guy, right? He's matching his best season of his career at age 39. Do you kind of, what's it like for a veteran to watch another veteran put this kind of season together at this age?
Yeah, it's tremendous. This league's hard. This league demands a lot physically, mentally as well. To see, I think for me, the one thing I love about Smitty is attitude every day. He has one mindset and he wants to win. He brings a lot of energy to our group. It's great to see. He just loves the game, and I think it's a good reminder for ourselves and for myself personally, not to take any day at the rink for granted. You want to appreciate playing in the NHL, and he's the best example of that.
Gene Principe, Sportsnet. Go ahead, Gene. Should be good. We'll come back to you, Jason Gregor, TSN 1260.
Alex, I remember when you came into the NHL, you had instant success early on, but not a lot of guys have that right away. You've got Ryan McLeod, very speedy winger. You guys have played the last few games with him. He did have a breakaway, but he talked a little bit about maybe he's looking to his guys too much rather than shooting. Do you sit down as a vet and just say, "Hey, kid, we're not going to get mad. We need you to shoot. If you shoot more, it helps us. It helps us as a team."
Yeah, I try to remind them, just go out and play your game. You're a talented center. He's got all the tools to be a successful player in this league. I think my job on the line is retrieve pucks for him, give him opportunities, be a good winger for him, be around the net. Don't overthink it too much, just go and play, and he's got everything to be successful.
Can you compare, last year was very different because of the 4-month break, but you look at your team and how you're going into the playoffs, Alex, you're secured in second. What happens, win or loss, these 3 games doesn't matter standing wise, but how important is it, do you feel, to continue the role that this team has been on and to not, relax in quote meaningless games?
Yeah, I think, I don't like to go back in the past, but I remember when I was in Washington, our last 6 weeks or so where we put a great run together and we're feeling good about ourselves. So I think, and that's what we've been talking about as a group here, is how important the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season have been for us. So these last 3 games are just as important. We don't want to forget all the work we've put in, all the details we've added to our game, and these are key matchups for us.
Gene Principe, go ahead.
Hey, Alex, good morning. I just want to clarify, I know it was kind of busy when Connor scored his 100th point, but I believe you were the one that got the puck. Two-part question. If it was you, can you speak to that sort of hockey mentality when teammates are always sort of trying to get that puck when someone scores an important goal or point? And in your career, have you sort of been that guy that has had the opportunity to get a puck on a 50th goal or 100th point or something special for an individual on a team you've been on?
Well, I think that was probably I can only maybe a first goal I can't think of, but I think it's kind of funny. Myself and Nuge were actually trying to grab that puck, and I thought selfishly, what an honor it's been to be around Connor the last 3 years, and so I can say one day that I've touched the puck that he had his 100 point on the season. So it's been tremendous to be around him and around all the guys, and from where we were at to where we're at now, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
One more question in English, and then we'll go one in French. Jack Michael, 630 Chud.
Apologies, Alex, because you just said you didn't want to talk about the past, but I do have to ask you a little bit in terms of your experience with Connor McDavid, the leadership he brings, and your experience with Ovi in Washington. Are there some parallels that can be drawn, and can you share some of the things that make both of them good leaders?
Yeah, I think, they're 2 different guys at 2 different standpoints in their careers when I play with them. Obviously, Ovi, he had been through some tougher times, I guess, throughout the playoffs and all those series against Pittsburgh, having a hard time to get past through the second round or whatnot. Connor, obviously, with all the pedigree of what he's done so far in his career and where he's at now, I think they're 2 different guys at 2 different level. I just think for Connor, how he's grabbed everything around this team here, whether it's on the ice, in the locker room. He leads by example. He's more comfortable being vocal in the locker room, and I think that takes time. So, like I said, it's been a pleasure to be around him in the last 3 years, from my first year here, to see him grow and just get better as a player and as a leader. It's been great.
Thank you. We'll take one question in French. Guillaume Lafrançois, La Presse.
Oui, allô Alex, j'espère que tu vas bien. Je sais que tu en as parlé un petit peu en anglais, mais vous avez 3 matchs à jouer et avec la situation au classement, comment toi t'abordes cette semaine-là? Puis est-ce qu'il y a des choses que tu fais peut-être différemment, sachant que victoire ou défaite, vous devez être prêt pour la semaine prochaine pour les séries?
Ouais, je crois que c'est important pour nous autres de finir la saison sur une bonne note. Évidemment, c'est 3 matchs peut-être qui n'ont pas d'influence sur le classement, mais c'est 3 matchs qui sont très importants pour nous. Côté confiance, être sûr qu'on veut arriver en série avec aucun doute de la façon qu'on se doit jouer. Donc, ce soir, je pense que tous les matchs contre Montréal cette année, ça a été des bonnes parties. Puis, c'est un bon test pour nous autres.